Whether they've been there for a month or 2 months or 3 months or 3 years, a lot of them have forgotten how intimidating it was that first day when they walked into the gym and they didn't know anybody and they didn't know anything. So you need to just ask them, hey, can you help us? Like, we're aware that like some people are really freaked out. All right, guys, welcome back to Jerk Block Talk. I'm Jason Fernandez. We're here at Crossfit Rife, and today I'm going to talk about something that you may or may not be aware of, and it's kind of the environment that you have within your gym and then how that's perceived from the outside. So if most of you guys know kind of how we feel about that you should be giving to your members far more than you should be asking, I do think that there are some things that you should be asking your members for. And the number one thing that I think you should ask your members for is to be nice to people. And I'm specifically talking about new people that come into the door. So whether you like it or not, or you believe it or not, walking into an environment like this where people are slinging barbells, getting on the rower and getting after it, that is an intimidating environment. And you need to have empathy for somebody that in most scenarios took a lot for them to just walk in the door to just have a conversation for you. So you need to be aware of that and try to break down those barriers of intimidation as fast as possible. And the best way to do that is just be nice to people. So it starts with you as the coach. You need to be nice to everybody that walks in your gym. You need to immediately greet them at the door, introduce them, and then introduce them to somebody else. Your coaching staff needs to know that they need to introduce themselves to somebody new that they don't know as quickly as possible. And then your members, you need to ask them. They're not going to know this intuitively, but you need to ask them, hey, when new people come in, would you mind introducing yourself? Because this is a pretty intimidating environment. Whether they've been there for a month or 2 months or 3 months or 3 years, a lot of them have forgotten how intimidating it was that first day when they walked into the gym and they didn't know anybody and they didn't know anything. So you need to just ask them, hey, can you help us? Like, we're aware that like some people are really freaked out. The new year's coming, guys. And if you don't think people are going to be coming in your gym looking to start changing their lives, it's going to happen. So you want to make the best impression possible when people walk in the door, and it starts with you. And then it starts with you asking your members and making them aware that this can be an intimidating environment for some people. So ask your members. Just say, hey guys, be aware that some new people are going to come in. Please introduce yourself to them people. Show them around. Like, I love it when our members just grab somebody who's new and just walk them around and give them the tour, and then they hand them off to me. That's the thing that you're shooting for within your gym, because it doesn't matter what you think about the environment in your gym. It matters how it's perceived from an outsider who has no concept of what's going on in the gym, this stuff, what the community's like, or if any of these people are even nice, because when they're in the middle of the workout, they don't look nice. Nobody looks nice when they're working out. So you need to be aware of that, and then make sure that you're expressing that to your members and that you need help with that, because nobody is going to create that environment for you more than your members are. You can think that your gym is nice and everybody there is nice all the time, and you can tell people that all the time. But the real deciding factor is if somebody walks in your gym and objectively they think that everybody in your gym was welcoming, and you cannot be at all places all the time. So it takes the community. You remember, it takes a village to make sure that that perception is squashed and that the people are actually welcoming and that they are bringing people in and showing them like, hey, you don't have to be slinging lots of weights to come in here and work out with everybody. You can do that, and you just scale and start where you're at. So you need to meet those athletes where they're at, and make sure your coaches meet them where they're at, and make sure your athletes meet them where they're at. Again, remember to tell your members thank you. Give them some love, and then ask them to make sure that they understand that it would be beneficial for everybody involved if they're just nice to people. So I hope you guys like this content. I thought it was appropriate because it's Thanksgiving, the New Year's coming around. So if you like this, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.